Notorious serial killer Paul Bernardo has a parole hearing coming up, and the families of his victims have been told that they're not welcome to be there. Teenagers Kristen and Leslie Mahaffy were murdered in the early 1990s. Their relatives want to deliver victim impact statements in person. CTV's Quebec Bureau Chief Geneviève Beauchemin on how the family members are taking this. Jen.
Well, Sandy, to the families, the decision that came not too long before the scheduled hearing came as a shock. To those who loved Kristen and Leslie Mahaffy, the parole board's decision is a deep and hurtful insult. Their longtime lawyer, Tim Danson, says banning the families from delivering their impact statements about the heinous crimes of Paul Bernardo at the prison in person is a decision devoid of logic and humanity.
They want to convey how they feel in the most direct and human way possible, which is being physically present. And I can't overemphasize, this is not a privilege. This is a statutory right. They have a legal right to do this.
Paul Bernardo was convicted in the violent kidnappings, sexual assaults, and murders of the two teenagers in the 1990s, crimes that horrified Canadians. Bernardo is serving a life sentence but is entitled to periodic parole hearings. And one is scheduled for next week at the medium-security prison La Macasa in Quebec, where he's now serving his time. In a letter to officials, lawyer Tim Danson writes, "It was nothing short of gut-wrenching to experience the painful and heartbreaking reaction of Debbie Mahaffy and Donna French when they learned that the Parole Board of Canada was prohibiting them from representing their daughters and themselves, and denying them the right to confront Paul Bernardo in person through the reading of their victim impact statements." Danson says being relegated to the coldness of a computer screen is simply cruel. He also dismisses the board's explanation that it was unable to ensure the safety of all hearing attendees. The decision from the parole board drew reaction from the Conservatives in Ottawa.
Absolutely, positively awful. This has to change. It's just so wrong on so many levels.
Danson says the justice system has once again failed the Mahaffy and French families. He wants the hearing rescheduled and the decision reversed. Sandy.
CTV Geneviève Beauchemin.